Hello, long time no see. Today we're gonna have Zet Zillions. This is the 2 words pineapple got, 3 more words the population as a nation, 7 more useful words, a delightful new deck builder from Ota Aimon. So, several unique touch, such as more open mapped and escalation cards, fusion made for a lot of unique techniques. While Zet Zillions is the latest game from Raw Fury and developers Ota Imon. Previously known Stride, here we see head into roguelike deck building territory by casting you as the commander of a small planet ship known as Baby Violence, where a group of misfits led by a woman named Fawn Gun tried to reach for a new home for humanity. With only junk and a whole planet of synthetic humans known as trash to work with, however they have to battle their way throughout the galaxy by using all of this junk and various humanoid as weapons. You'll eventually find yourself firing upon the giant baby allies colonizing pig-shaped planets by literally shooting humanoids at them of the cannon until several figures are orbiting it, and eventually dealing with a reality weaponing void beast who won't let you leave. All while sacrificing your cards to Pineapple God at the times in order to get the currency needed for the new cards, which is of course more pineapples. After an animated intro introducing us the Starborn Vanguard, a group that says they are fighting for democracy and humanity, while traveling throughout the space to destroy a ton of insect enemies, did not 2 different type of games. Walking out the Starship Troopers film on the game bingo card for this year, and we get into the gameplay proper. So, Zet Zillions finds a way to stand out from the similar game in its genre. In most games of this nature, you travel along a path with your branches in between battles, choosing which one to take based on what it offers, be more battles, story moments, new gears, new buffs, and optional challenges, and of course more. But you really get to the back of Top Hat that a different side as the path of you, and you choose it, you locked into it. So in this case, here throughout you have all the current galaxy at your disposal. There is a force beyond and behind that can lock off certain sections and prevent you from heading directly behind, but as long as 2 points connect, you can travel in any direction you want, able to visually cover the entire map if you choose. Naturally, that means a greater risk of failure is going to be happen, but results in greater emphasis of an exploration benefiting a spacefaring adventure. Another welcome hook in the Zet Zillions is something that allows for more creative designs, that being the ability to fuse cards together, merge certain cards with different junk or cards tanks, and the new card takes their place in their hands, with one of both heading for the discard pile. It starts off simple, mixing together the basic trash and junk, create meatballs and dealing higher damage. But when as you advance, you are creating nukes and working with the cards specifically built around the fusion. That vampire doesn't do much, but creates semi-useless corpses. Fitted some trash via fusion, it becomes damage-dealing Nilborg card that weakens enemies. Some of them offer up choices, such as asking if you want to use a unicorn to have a deal armor piercing damage or armor piercing population. And some cards even boost up the more type they fused. It's the simple yet technique mechanics that adds a good chunk of strategy making for something that feels fresh. Well, now there is a chance that you have confused by the term armoring person population in the previous paragraph. Needless to say, it's a bit understandable, but yes, population is a major mechanics in Zet Zillions. Well, there are basically 3 major card effects: the armor damage and the population. You fire the humanoid trash at your enemies, and in doing so, fill up a meter to sturge them, disabling them for a turn. Your next step will likely to be use any cards provided that deal further damage based on population, preferably those that can also get rid of the orbit of trash you created in order to try and start the process again and again. It's a twisted, unique take on stun mechanics that definitely fits in with the game cartoons vibes.
As expected, the goal is to try and create a deck that works for you, balancing whatever aspects of work, especially in conjunction with a typical set of passive buffs. That said, there are moments where the population isn't used for stunning opponents. As mentioned earlier, you can also colonize the patterns and the planets as well throughout the mission set into the motion of the beginning of each chapter. Each one of 3 major crewmates will offer up the current goals with different rewards, but in the new cards and shadesmen to existing cards buffed and more, you are choose to one of them for the moment. One more interesting insight, typically wants you to colonize the planet on the map. Scavenger that deals in sales wants you to earn pineapples, while the violence-focused foam gun basically just wants you to wreck the enemies. They are great additions that further encourage you to head up all over the map, especially since you can get the multiple missions in a single chapter, showing off personalities of our crew a little bit more. Well, there is a quite bit more when you play in Zet Zillions, from cards with effects that build up or get triggered upon fusion or drawing into something more powerful, minions, to start out with that provide additional boost with option loadouts. Different decks and more unlocked. Suffice to say, a lot of effort was put in here when it came to creating a deep fun card game, and it's all more we're tasked with coming up with half of those mechanics for some Magic of Gathering expansions. It's a lot to take in, but the interface make it all easy to work with, and experimentation is definitely rewarded. Honestly, there are even that many flaws when it comes to the Zet Zillions. Well, flaws that aren't already part of the genre anyway. As usual for roguelikes and deck builders, luck is still a majority thing to consider, and you run the risk of getting bad rewards or an unlucky draw. But aside from that, the only other notable flaw to mention is the part of the visuals. For reference, my video build on Zet Zillions have a few choppy elements and glitches with the updates that fix them later on. Well, still I didn't need any question in reviewing this version, still too early, well, especially when it came to the area, the visuals in the card gameplay lol, and not the visuals in general, mind you, with the signature style of Wolf Stripe back again, bringing the characters from Foregon to life of sort punkish FLCL inspired glory compete with the piece voice work. The character design in battle are also wild as well, helping to craft a unique world, one of the world retaining intriguing story to uncover as well. Little animations and details like Foam Gun laughing after each victory and the cherry on the top. No, the issues is with of all things the actual art for the card themselves. They seem to have rather worrying degrees of quality at the times, ranging from the slick, detailed images to skipper the scuff, and while it can be understood, it was the stylistic choice. Well, it doesn't seem to work well as here. After all, you're questioning if one of the card work is even finished yet, and it's not exactly the greatest sign. So yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Bye.